What was the worst industrial disaster in history? Some might point to Chernobyl, others to Fukushima. But in the heart of India, in the city of Bhopal, the night of December 2-3, 1984, stands etched in memory as a night of terror. The Union Carbide India Limited pesticide plant became ground zero for a catastrophic disaster. The culprit, a toxic gas called methyl isocyanate, or MIC, escaping from a storage tank. In the darkness of that night, Bhopal awoke to a nightmare. When dawn broke, the magnitude of the disaster was clear. The gas leak had been immediate, severe, and deadly. Thousands of lives were snuffed out in their sleep, their dreams replaced by a toxic nightmare. The streets of Bhopal were filled with confusion and horror as people grappled with the enormity of what had happened. Estimates on the exact death toll varied widely. Some reports suggested several thousand casualties, while others claimed the number reached tens of thousands. But the grim truth was that the exact figure remained elusive, shrouded in controversy and uncertainty. The survivors were the walking wounded. Tens of thousands suffered injuries, their bodies ravaged by the toxic gas. Many complained of respiratory problems, their lungs gasping for clean air. Others suffered from eye irritation, the gas having burned their eyes. The injuries were not just physical, the psychological trauma was equally damaging, leaving scars that would last a lifetime. The city of Bhopal had been marred by an invisible killer. How did this happen? What led to such a massive catastrophe? The answer lies in a series of unfortunate events and negligence. The Union Carbide India Limited plant was a ticking time bomb with inadequate safety measures and poor maintenance practices. The plant was storing large quantities of a hazardous chemical, methyl isocyanate or MIC, without proper safety precautions. This carelessness was compounded by a lack of emergency preparedness. On that fateful night, water entered an MIC storage tank, triggering a reaction that led to the release of the lethal gas. But the story doesn't end there. The safety systems designed to neutralize any accidental release of the gas were either malfunctioning or were inadequate to handle such a large-scale leak. In addition, the plant's alarm system, meant to alert the surrounding community in case of an accident, was not activated until 1 hour after the gas started leaking. A chain of errors and negligence led to a disaster of unimaginable proportions. The aftermath of the disaster was as chaotic as the incident itself. The initial response to the catastrophe was slow and disorganized, creating a tragic ripple effect that compounded the devastation. Local hospitals, already ill-equipped, were overwhelmed by the sheer volume of casualties. A crushing shortage of medical supplies added to the turmoil, making the situation even more dire. The long-term health effects on survivors were profound and far-reaching. Tens of thousands continued to battle chronic illnesses and disabilities, their lives forever marred by the toxic exposure. The tragedy didn't stop at impacting human lives. It extended its deadly reach to the environment. The contamination persisted for years, tainting the soil, polluting the water, and haunting the very air of Bhopal. Then came the legal and financial fallout. Union Carbide, the American corporation behind the plant, found itself in the eye of a legal hurricane. It faced lawsuits in both India and the United States, held accountable for the massive loss of life and irreversible environmental damage. In the end, Union Carbide settled with the Indian government for a sum of $470 million. This agreement, however, barely skimmed the surface of the actual cost of the disaster, both in terms of human suffering and environmental destruction. The echoes of the disaster reverberate even today through legal battles, health issues, and environmental damage. The Bhopal gas tragedy serves as a grim reminder of the devastating consequences of industrial negligence and the urgent need for corporate accountability. What did we learn from the Bhopal gas tragedy? The echoes of Bhopal's dreadful night continue to reverberate across the globe, shaping our understanding of industrial safety and corporate responsibility. The disaster served as a wake-up call, sparking a global awareness of the potential hazards lurking in industrial operations. It instigated a wave of changes in regulations governing chemical industries worldwide, underlining the need for stringent safety measures and meticulous maintenance. Yet, the Bhopal gas tragedy remains shrouded in controversy. Debates continue to rage over the adequacy of compensation, the extent of Union Carbide's responsibility, and the pressing need for stronger industrial regulations. These discussions serve as reminders of the critical importance of prioritizing the safety of workers and surrounding communities in all industrial activities. The legacy of the Bhopal gas tragedy extends beyond its immediate impact. It has become a symbol of corporate negligence, a testament to the devastating consequences of overlooking safety for profit. The Bhopal gas tragedy, a grim reminder of the cost of negligence, continues to shape the way we approach industrial safety and corporate accountability.